You're watching Transformers of Eternia. And on this video, I wanted to give my thoughts on the recent reveals of the Masters of the Universe Masterverse figures that are coming. So this is the list that I created of all the figures that I'm going to cover in this video in order. So let's go through this list. New Adventures Skeletor. New Adventures Deluxe Slush-Head. Revelation Horde Skeletor. Revelation Prince Adam. Revelation Classic Mer-man. Revelation Clamp Champ. Princess of Power Grizzlor. New Eternia Buzzoff. New Eternia Fakor. New Eternia Webstore. Deluxe New Eternia Ram-man. Deluxe New Eternia Clawful. And Oversized Whiplash. So there's 13 figures here overall. So let's take a look at all these figures and I'll give my thoughts on each one individually. New Adventures Skeletor is not exactly a Skeletor that I've ever really been a fan of. Growing up, I'd never collected the New Adventures toys, and when I was a kid, we all hated that show because it was nothing like the original Filmation Masters of the Universe. So this is something I would not be into. I'm just not into that line. There's certain characters in that line that I think would have been cool as regular Masters of the Universe figures, and we'll get to that in a little bit here. But this one, I'm just not a fan of. He just looks too bizarre for me as a Skeletor. But I'm sure there's somebody that likes this stuff, and I'm sure someone will enjoy this. It looks like it's done well, at least. I'm not going to say it's done bad. I think they did a great job characterizing this figure. But yeah, I'm not a big fan, and I don't really collect this line anyway, but I just figured I'd give my thoughts on this stuff. So moving on to the next one. Okay, so this is New Adventures Deluxe Slush-Head. Now this is one of those figures that I think would kind of look cool if it was in the Masters of the Universe original line, like with He-Man and, you know, the Filmation type of stuff even. This character comes with a lot of little things, and he makes him look a little cooler, I guess. But yeah, this is a cool looking figure, and it's a deluxe, so it has that little tripod thing like Krang or whatever, where you can put his head on it. That's kind of interesting. He's got like like a thing on his back where you can put that. I don't know, what is that? Is it his brain? I don't know what that is, but this is kind of a weird looking character, but I think he looks cool. Unlike the Skeletor. I don't know why, I just think this looks cool, and I don't really care for that Skeletor. So that's me, that's my opinion. I don't know. I can't explain it. But yeah, this is a cool looking character. Hi guys, sorry to interrupt the broadcast, but I just wanted to ask you to please hit that subscribe button and like and share, because it really helps my channel out greatly. Not a lot of people are doing that, so I just felt I needed to actually bring that to your attention. And now back to the show. Thank you. So now we got to talk about Revelation Horde Skeletor. I was not a fan of that show. I do remember seeing him in this outfit, I guess, for a short period in that show, and then it was just over, you know. So I don't think that we're going to get like a lot of, like, this is not a main character version of him, but it's a character version of him in the show for a short little bit. But I don't care. I wasn't a fan of the show. This is Horde Skeletor. Okay, that's nice and everything. I mean, they made him look like the cartoon. I'll give him that. But I just don't care about that show. It's just useless to me. The 2000X show was really better than anything that they put on Netflix. I'll tell you that. So anyway, that's just my thoughts on the show. I'm not a big fan. So of course we get another Revelations figure, and that is Prince Adam. And it's very strange that they made Prince Adam look exactly like he does in the show. But the action figure for the He-Man, the face looks totally bizarre, and I don't understand why they can't get the face to look right for that one. But okay, so they get this to look right, even the laughing face on Prince Adam. Okay, whatever. And like I said, I'm not a big fan of this show, and I wasn't a big fan of the character arcs and all the stuff that they did in this show. So this is not something I'm very interested in. And so we get to Revelation Classic Mer-man. Well, I'll give it this. The armor looks pretty cool, I think, on this. And he does look like Mer-man. It's unfortunate that the show could not figure out how to make his voice sound like Mer-man or any other thing. And he's only in the show for a short period. And then he eventually loses his eye. And for some reason, he forgets to put on his armor. And then they sell you a toy without the armor. And he has a eye missing, basically. And that's just bizarre that they wanted to do that. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the show. I'm not a fan of how they just kind of cut out. They basically gave you 2 seconds with the characters you wanted to see. There's so many characters in Masters of the Universe that they could have spent some time with certain characters and not just like the main core group and had Tila running everything for the most part. So that's just my thing that I hated about the show. So here is Revelation Clamp Champ, a character that they killed twice in the TV show, and unfortunately he was in it for like 2 seconds, and they didn't. And I wanted to see him in a lot of parts. They wanted diversity in the show, so they had to put a girl that's black in the show. But unfortunately, they forgot that they have this diverse character called Clamp Champ that I would have loved to see. Instead, they had to replace him. Or no, I shouldn't say replace him. Instead, they had to put this girl that's hanging out with Tila all the time and have her be one of the main characters instead of having Clamp Champ, who's a diverse character and a cool black dude. They couldn't, for some reason, get him to the show, and they loved him so much that they had to show him up for 5 seconds and then kill him, and then later kill him again. I mean, that is just ridiculous. Like, literally, they killed his soul after he was dead, for God's sake. I mean, just complete garbage. I couldn't believe what they did with that show. So anyway, Clamp Champ looks cool, though. He at least looks like Clamp Champ. But unfortunately, they had to kill him in the show like he was just some kind of useless character, which is kind of a waste as far as I'm concerned. So now we got Princess of Power Grizzlor. Now, this is basically what he looked like in the Filmation stuff in a way. I guess it's kind of a little different, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, he doesn't have fur on him, though, so it's kind of weird that they didn't put the fur on his head and the rest of his body, but it's like a outfit that he could put on, like some kind of a bear rug or something, that, or whatever bear like coat that he puts on. It's kind of weird, but I guess it looks okay. It's Grizzlor, I guess, but it's just kind of weird that they did it this way instead of just putting fur all over him. I don't know. It's the way they did it anyway. But yeah, I don't know. It's Grizzlor. I don't know if I like it or not. It's kind of one of those things that I'm kind of up and down with when I look at it. So this is New Eternia Buzz-Off. It kind of reminds me of the 1 second scene that we seen him in the Revelation show in a battle. So I think this is like Revelation version of Buzz-Off, but okay. It's Buzz-Off, I guess. I do like the 4 wings, though, that they have on there. I think that's kind of cool. And I like how his hands are able to hold the weapon a little better, I think. And he just kind of looks a little cooler, I guess. I don't know. I don't like it when they have that little armor thing on his chest, though, over the regular-looking Buzz-Off. That's kind of weird. I don't know why they had to have extra armor. I don't know. I don't get that. And his helmet kind of looks like the 2000X show a little bit. Just a little bit, not a lot. But yeah, this is Buzz-Off. Once again, I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I think his face looks, I don't know, a little weird. I don't know what to think of this one, because I feel like it's the Revelation one and not like New Eternia. I don't know. I'm not sure what to think of it. Okay, so this is New Eternia Fakor. The only thing, I don't know, it looks like Fakor, but it's got that like purplish, pinkish looking armor instead of the orange. I don't know. I feel like the orange is better, but whatever. That's the way they did it. I don't know. I can't remember if this is like a special version or whatever from a comic book or something, or I don't know. I don't know what this is from, so I'm not going to speak too much on it because I'm probably out of my league on what I know about this. So this is Fakor, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure what to tell you about this one. So that's just how I feel anyway. Okay, so this is New Eternia Web Store. Now this looks cool to me. I always liked it when he has those 4 like spider legs on his backpack. I always loved that. In fact, I did that to my Origins one. I put spider legs on his backpack like that, so he looks like more like the Classics version or the 2000X, I guess. But yeah, this looks cool, and it's awesome that he has a gun that shoots the grappling hook. That's cool. I'm not sure if it shoots it, but I mean, you can actually put the grappling hook in the gun, and that just feels right for this character. I can't believe they didn't think of doing that sooner, honestly. But yeah, this looks good. This is a cool version of Webstore because it just feels like Webstore. It doesn't feel like you're doing anything new. You don't really have to do anything new with this character. He just looks cool to me. So yeah, I like this. So now we've come to Deluxe New Eternia Ram-Man. And boy, this is Ram-Man. Oh my God. Now, the first thing I'm going to point out is the thing I've always dreamed of when it comes to a Ram-Man. He has articulated legs that can actually move, but he still has the green pants that you can't really have like a bend in. It's like they have that rubber type stuff over the knee bend, so it actually looks good when he moves, like he poses his legs and stuff. I wish that they would have done this with the Origins one. I wish that they would have done this with many other versions of Ram-Man. I mean, this is the definitive Ram-Man. I mean, he could be a little wider, I think, but he looks pretty good, I think, honestly. I can't really say anything negative about this. He's bulky and big. I hope he's kind of a little bit oversized. This guy looks awesome. He comes with like different heads and stuff. There's like one with him having sunglasses on one of the heads, and then he's got the armored up head with the mouthpiece or whatever, and then he's got the regular head, and he's got an axe, and he can put the axe on his back. It's just so cool. And this is just how you do a Ram-Man. This is like a Ram-Man done with love. This is so cool. I think this is even better than the classics one, I think, because it just feels like they like I just can't get over the legs. The legs being able to have bending knees and everything and all that stuff, and it actually is like pants. That is just a great idea. Just a great idea. So I can't gush about this one enough. This is perfect Ram-Man. Okay, gushing aside, now we got Deluxe New Eternia Clawful, and this is kind of interesting. They have that like that shell thing on his back there. I'm not sure what to think of that because it doesn't even resemble the one that he had in like the 2000X show. So it's just like some new thing that they just decided to do. It's interesting, I guess. Yeah, but he looks like Clawful. I mean, he looks pretty cool. I don't have any real issues with how he looks. I'm not sure if he needs that like armor piece on his chest though, that like goldish, yellowish armor piece, because I mean, this guy's basically got a shell. I mean, he's pretty protected, I think. But yeah, that big claw looks cool too. I mean, he just looks good. I don't really see anything that I can complain about. This guy looks like Clawful, and I like that. So that's cool. So now we come to the last one. Oversized Whiplash. And this is a cool looking Whiplash. Even with the armor, I think it's kind of... I don't know. The armor doesn't really bother me for some reason. I don't know. The helmet thing is kind of interesting. I don't know. But yeah, he looks cool without the armor on. He looks like Whiplash. And also he's got the teeth that are properly done instead of having one in the middle. I hate that one in the middle so much. I got the Origins version, and that one in the middle always drives me nuts. But he looks cool on here anyway. This is how a Whiplash should look, I guess. And he's oversized, so that's interesting because it actually says oversized. So it makes me wonder, is Ram-Man oversized at all or not? I mean, that's interesting that I don't know. So I thought Ram-Man was supposed to be oversized, but I guess not. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. But yeah, this guy looks like Whiplash. So I don't really have a problem with this either. This is just Whiplash. And like the armor, and he's got that little torch or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. This is Whiplash. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I just think that it looks cool, and I'm glad that they're doing an oversized Whiplash so he can be about the same size as Beastman. Well, that's my thoughts on the Masters of the Universe, Masterverse, big reveals of all those figures. I did another video talking about the Origins versions of all those big reveals. So there's been a lot of big reveals between these two videos I'm doing here. Man, it's a lot of work to go through all this stuff. But yeah, the Masterverse ones were pretty cool. aside from the Revelation stuff that I'm not really into. But yeah, I kind of wish that they would take some of this ideas from the Masterverse and put it into the Origins line, but it seems like they don't really care about that line as much as they do the Masterverse. So that's kind of sucks because I collect Origins more than I collect Masterverse. I have some Masterverse figures, but not a lot. But anyway, that's pretty much everything I have to talk about in this video. So please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.